Hello, this is Tamsin Astor, your Chief Habit Scientist. I wanted to talk today a little bit about the concept of opposites, the yin, the yang, the masculine, the feminine, the sun, the moon. When I was younger, I used to think of these as being two buckets, right? You were either in a masculine energy or a feminine energy. You were yin, you were yang, you were hot, you were cold, right? But then as I got older, I realized this was bollocks, that this idea of the two buckets and you being one or the other was not right. And as I failed at things, when I succeeded at things, and I did well at things, and I did, struggled at other things, I realized that some days I was masculine, some days I was feminine, some days I was in yin energy, like calming, cool moon energy. Some days I was in yang energy and I was doing stuff and I was in action. And it was a sense more of I could move between these two extremes, right? There was one extreme and then the other. And then as I evolved more and I did more self-work and did more personal evolution and had more highs and lows in my life and parented a child with cancer and a child with ADHD, and I breastfed and I worked in different kinds of businesses and yoga and in what am I trying to say? In academia, that's the word I'm looking for, doing postdoctoral research and doing a PhD, I started to realize that it was a continuum. And depending on the situation, I would move between the two ends of the continuum. But often it would be a very reactive response to this, right? It would be a reaction to the emotions I was experiencing or a reaction to the events going on around me. And I would swing into masculine, young, hot, heat energy of getting stuff done. So I started to realize that it was not coming deep within. And more recently, I've started to look deep within and recognize that the feminine energy is powerful, and the feminine energy, the letting go, the softness, the moon, the cooling, the receptive energy is really powerful. So as I sink into that, I'm working towards paying attention to that. And there's a really good tip for this. The tip is to pay attention to what you're feeling and to articulate them. So start by closing your eyes, grounding your feet on the floor, allowing your spine to be in its natural curves, and ask yourself, how am I feeling? And then articulate it. And then again, ask yourself, how am I feeling? And articulate it. I am feeling X. And again, how am I feeling? I am feeling X. And then take a moment to think, are there any actions you can take in response to those feelings? And if there are, take them. So again, think about this sense of masculine, feminine, sun, moon, right? This idea that there are two extremes and that we navigate between them. And how can we become more intentional about that navigation rather than reacting to the immediate moment in front of us? Thanks so much for watching.